tonight on Sunday Night Primetime. San Francisco looks for their first sweep of Seattle since 2011. Can the Seahawks avoid the broom? We'll find out next on EA Sports.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in off a loss last time. Better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Watson off play action. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky Marcus Peters. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. They're led by their 6-year quarterback out of North Dakota State, a former Pro Bowler, Carson Wentz.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Steps away to his left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 19 carries, 72 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Play action. Now Wentz. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race. But he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Let's go. Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 68 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's airing it out for Sanu. And now Watson throws another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz. He'll get this to Lazard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give to Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. $17-0 our score after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off the defender. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with during a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
From the gun on third, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And even 100 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Wentz. He completes it to Beckham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now they pause for an injured player, and that injured player is an important one. Ezekiel Elliott still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing on first is Wentz. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Here we go. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Watson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they think.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Shifts past him at the 45. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. It's caught by OBJ. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Wentz. And this is incomplete.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to be 49er football. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A give, it's ETN off the option.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, Pollard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Wentz.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reuben Foster make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Watson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 2nd down now, Pollard.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz completes it to Aguilar.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Run for Pollard. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Shotgun now for Wentz. First down and more for Jackson. And down to the 27-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. They'll run left with Pollard.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go, baby.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Wentz. And it's caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So that one will be accepted.
We gonna shut y'all down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Watson now to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Watson.
And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Watson. Sanu with a grab over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Watson.
He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
To the air yet again, Watson. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He completes it to Boyd. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, Watson. And right side, Henry's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, it's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, it's Watson. Connects with Sanu right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st down, it's Watson.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Caught by Sanu. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Watson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Now it's 2nd and 9. Watson now to throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.